Okay, so we're going to give this a try. I'll admit I've not streamed in a while, and I don't think I've ever actually used StreamYard, but we're going to give this a shot. So I'll throw the link if anybody wants to hop in and just hang out and chit chat. So what we're going to do, I'm going to attempt to assemble this challenge swinger elite target. It comes in a whole bunch of pieces, so I've got pages and pages of stuff to put together here. Figured while we're doing that, we might as well just hang out for a bit and chit chat. So alrighty, let's get kind of situated here and see if we can see some of what's going on. All right, and I'll have to maneuver things. Hey, what's happening, dude? I see you there. The Tactical FUD is here. And Paul, oh wow, Paul made it by. He's out in California. Runs a bunch of matches, so I figure this is going to be quite a bit of a mess with the way steel targets are put together. If anybody wants to like hop on, I dropped the link there. You know, might be more interesting for anybody else. I'm hoping that everything's working right. Like I said, I haven't done a stream in a while, so y'all might give me a thumbs up if y'all can hear me, or a thumbs down if y'all can't hear me. All right, so let's see here. We'll drop those. And I'm thinking what I'm planning to do, I've already put the base together. So I think the easiest thing is going to be to just kind of do different sections of it. So we've got this. So this is the top plate. And that's going to be the center, what all the two sides are running off of. And that's going to mount onto this big old plate here. And let's see, we need to flip that around. So that's going to go that way. And then these guys here drop in. Okay. They definitely did not make this easy to get to. But like I was telling people last night, I've actually found out yesterday evening that I've got some of my family is in town. So we're going to be having a family lunch here in a little while. So figure I'll run through, get as much of this put together, and hang out for a few minutes with you guys. And then I'll have to take off in about 30 minutes or so to go meet the family for lunch. I wonder if y'all can hear me all right. There we go. Okay. Oh, it's going to be one of those kind of days. And then this one up in here, that's definitely going to be the tricky one. Drop an extension. Okay. Yep, come on here. Ugh. Okay, that should give us a pretty good start here. So there we go. So that'll be our base. And so let's drop this out. Okay, I think one of the next things to do is, so this weight is going to be like a counterweight. So as you knock the steel, like kind of mini swingers, as you knock those off, it will cause the whole thing to lose balance. And then this is going to cause the swinger side to jump around and really add some challenge to it. So with this plate, you can mount it high so it spins a little slower, or mount it low, and that gives more leverage, keeps everything a little more challenging. I think the easiest thing here is going to be use this little slot I've got in this little work table. And I think those are not the right screws. Ah, there we go. Okay. And that was the wrong one of those. Okay, here we go. Oh, cool. Thanks. I assume, can y'all hear me all right? Like I said, I haven't streamed in a long time, so I'm not entirely sure I've got everything set up right. But from what I can tell, I think it's all working. But if something is not working, please let me know. I'll try to fix it up here real quick. Whoops. All right. Awesome. Thanks, Paul. Okay. I guess I probably should have read more of the instructions where it says to keep that loose. There we go. That's not quite a straight fit, but I think this will work. Oh, hey. I didn't know if people would want to see the work or see me, but yeah, like I said, if anybody does want to hop on, you know, we can minimize, I think, what I'm doing here and let some other people on to chat. Okay. Well, I'll say that's going to work out pretty good. So, like I said, the swinger is going to be mounted above here. As you hit, that's going to start providing the offset weight and getting everything running up to speed. Okay. So next, they want us to throw together the upright holder, and I believe that is going to use one of these little plates here. So this is from Challenge. So it's that their Swinger Elite. So it's a swinger target with a 3-paddle star. So as you hit it, it starts like, it'll swing like if this was the, let's see here. So if this was your swinger, instead of a standard action, it'll, as you hit those plates, it'll start to move and then it'll start to like wiggle up and down. So you got up and down and side to side. I figured it was going to be the most challenging of all the available type of swingers. So, you know, since I have the space to do pretty much whatever I want out at my place, I figured the best thing was just go all out and get the absolute most insane things I can find. I do have a regular swinger also that I just got in. Okay, so let's see how this goes. That's going down. Huh. Uh-oh. Does that even go there? Oh. It goes on the outside. Okay, here we go. Yeah. Exactly. So my buddy that comes to my place and practices, when I showed him this and I was like, "Hey, look, I just ordered one of these." He's like, "Oh no. I've had those at some of the national matches and they are a complete pain." Hey, GGW's here. Oh yeah. That's when I saw this, I was like, "Man, that's going to take forever to put this all together." So I was like, "Well, I've been trying to find something to do on a live stream, but my time is so limited and I'm always running around doing stuff." I was like, "Well, I can dedicate a little bit of time, put this together, and hang out with y'all for a little while at least." So, and boom. Okay, we're going to use this right here. Try to speed this up a little. But there's another company that I found that's called SI Targets out of Florida, and they have something that is called they call it a HD swinger, and I got that in last week, put it together. I still haven't used it, but it uses a massive weighted plate on the bottom of it, and I think that's going to end up being like a really, really cool. All right, so just to give an example. So this will be where the paper targets are. Oh snap! I just realized I put that together upside down. So that goes the other way. Anyways, when this is together, this weight is going to keep this whole thing moving and then kind of bouncing and flowing all over the place. But this is what happens, I guess, when you are trying to talk at the same time. So I just seen, as I was showing you that, I put this plate on upside down. So these holes need to be at the bottom of where the paper holder is. Let's give that a flip. And that should be what we want to see there. Okay, first little oopsie for the day. I'm sure I'll have a few more. But at least I was lucky enough to catch it early. So like what I tell people at my work, if you make a mistake and you catch it early, we've got time to fix it. But if you make a mistake and then kind of try to hide it for a while and we don't find out till the next week, then we've got wrong parts in. Customers have to wait extra time and nobody's happy about that. Hey, North Dakota Plinkin. Thanks for stopping by here. So I'm attempting to get assembled this Elite Swinger from Challenge Targets. Should provide some impressive and difficult challenges out at the range. What I call the Freedom Farm. I don't know, a lot of guys I think are new here, so the reason I call my range the Freedom Farm is it is literally in the middle of a quarter section that my dad has owned since I think he got it a year or two before I was born. And all right, so we got that together. So we're getting some progress made here. But anyways, he he's had this quarter section. There's a creek that runs kind of in the middle of it. So he's got a field on one side. Across the creek, he's got a field here and then a big field over here. And this open area where creek winds through. And he's never done anything with that area for as long as I've been alive. And I was out looking at it. Oh, shoot. And I was like, man, that would be a perfect place if I can clear out some of these trees. So he let me do that. So I was able to clear out a bunch of trees and get in there and make a range literally in the middle of a farm. So it's called the Freedom Farm. Okay, let's find. So I need to find some 1/2 inch, 13, 1 1/4 inch. That might be these guys here. So yeah, that's right at 1 1/4. I think we're going to be using these here. And then our 1/2 inch bolts or nuts. Yep. Okay. All right. So I think that's going to be it. Next is going to be, we're going to attach the bottom plate here. I think we're going to need 1/4 inch or 3/4 inch. Okay. And all right. So this will be front, back. Here we go. One of those times it'd be nice to have an extra couple hands, but I should be able to make this work. There we go. Okay. Now let's see if we can't tighten these guys down. Nope. Come on, a little bit more. There we go. Okay. And yes, I'm sure this is going to be quite a bit of a headache. There we go. Okay. But so one of my ideas that I've had out of my range is I'm attempting to put together targets and challenges out there that will ideally be harder than what I might actually come across at a match. I've got these little bitty steel silhouette targets, and I thought they were going to be 4 inches wide and like 6 or 8 inches tall. They ended up being 4 inches tall, counting the base, and only 2 inches wide. So I figure if I can get good at hitting those, normal size 6, 8, and 10 inch plates at a match are going to be considerably easier. So, like I said, if anybody wants to hop on and chit chat, just let me know. There should be a link up at the top of the chat here, and I don't mind if anybody wants to hang out and talk while I'm doing this, but there we go. Okay, so I do believe that has us all put together. So we'll have wood furring strips here, and then we've got offset weight, and that'll get us going. Okay, let's see what is next. All right, so this is definitely the part I was not looking forward to, but I suppose it has to be done. So one thing I was kind of disappointed when I got this in is just how many pieces it comes in. So instead of being mostly assembled, like a lot of the targets I've ordered, and just kind of got to bolt the big pieces together. These come in all individual parts, so I'm sure that explains how they're able to save some weight on stuff. Oh, hey, JK. It's good to see you out here, dude. So this is like one of my first live streams. I've not live streamed in quite a long time. I used to do stock market stuff. So I would live stream on Mondays on my day off of work. But try to quickly set everything back up here. And, oh, okay, so that's the family. They're leaving church now. But let's see if we can get one of these put together before I've got to go meet the family. So we've got to get these little ears in. And this plate on top should pinch everything together. Okay. Interesting. Okay, I see. So this has to be assembled onto the center of the Texas Star, or the 3-point star, I guess would be more accurate. Let's see here. Is that the one we're going to need? Okay, move those guys. Okay, so let's do this one at a time. All right, so we need to go up through the bottom here. Okay. Yeah, Jay, this is going to be a more challenging type of target than anything that they've got currently at my local place where they do matches. So ideally, this is going to make it harder. Oh, you know what? I'm doing this backwards. I'll see what goes on here. Okay. All right. So it actually goes, silver plate is going to go right against, and then these are just going to fit down into those grooves with that on top. Okay, so yeah, this is definitely on the difficult to assemble side. And I am for sure not going to get everything done before my family is going to want me to go meet them for dinner. But I told them I don't ever eat during the day. So I told them they can just go ahead and start without me. And, about the next 15, 20 minutes, I'm going to have to take off. But this jacket for $1,000, like the price of the target. I don't think it was quite that much. I'd have to go back and look. I want to say it's around 700, 600, 700. Honestly, don't even remember. But let's see. Pin bracket will fit loose. There's pin brackets and grooves. Let's make sure I'm not going to need anything else on the inside here. Nope, that's going to be all pins. Cool. Yeah, so I can hop on there and look it up real quick if you want me to check for you, JK, and or JNK. I'm sorry, I keep calling you JK. All right, but there we go. Okay, and if I'm looking at the next page right, it looks like we're just going to be attaching a spring, and it's just going to be held on with the pin. So we'll do that next. All right. Let's rotate. Get ready for another one. All right, so we're going to go plate, upright holders, and top plate. Obviously, once you do one, the rest of them start becoming considerably easier. Okay. One. Ugh. Ooh, almost lost that one. 2. And 3. So, I'll tell y'all my somewhat funny California story. When I was in high school, I was obsessed with movies. And I was completely convinced, hey, Chris, what's happening, dude? I've got a couple more minutes here, and then I've got to take off for my family lunch. But anyways, I almost went out to California where my sister was living in San Diego. And then I ended up coming back after that trip, and within 2 weeks, I got hired on to do parts at the motorcycle shop here in town. And I have been there ever since. Hey, Chris, if you want, I put a link up at the top if anybody wants to hop on here and talk a little bit. If not, no worries, but figured I'd offer the invite there. This is more or less a test to see if I can actually remember how to do streams. And first time using StreamYard, so I'm still going to be figuring this out, at least for one of my own streams. I used to use OBS and have charts and stuff that I would be referencing when I was doing stock market streams. Okay. So, like I think I've mentioned to a couple of you guys, if y'all are ever, any of your travels ever take you down through Southwest Oklahoma, this is going to be another addition to the range to make it even more difficult to hit the targets out here. But I want to say I'm pushing up somewhere, by the time, like if I count the plates that are on here, I'm going to be somewhere in the neighborhood of about 80 or 90 steel plates that I have out at my range. Oh, good deal, Chris. And Ron's made it. Hey, cool. What's happening, Ron? I see you in everybody else's chats. Happy to have you stop by here, dude. So I don't know if you've seen this target, but it's from Challenge Targets, and they call it their Elite Swinger. So it's going to have a 3-paddle Texas Star on one side, and that's going to throw the swinger instead of just the standard back and forth. It's also going to cause it to move up and down and jerk and jump around all over the place. So pretty wild. Time we got, so I got about 12:15 here where I'm at, guys. I'm probably about 10-15 minutes, and I'm gonna have to stop for the afternoon here and go meet the family for lunch, and I'll finish this up when I get back. But I think this right here gets the biggest part of it done, which is kind of the goal of what I was hoping to do with this stream here, is just get the majority of this put together, and then I'll take it out to my to my property this afternoon, and more or less just have to throw on the big pieces and finish off with a couple of bolts. So pretty wild. Let's see. Okay, Paul. So I own Honda. So I used to do motocross, and like back in the early 2000s, I actually did some freestyle motocross competitions, and well, they were more like demos. But I'm the parts manager for Altus Motorsports, and we're like one of the biggest Yamaha YZ dealers in the country. And we do like trackside support. We've got a road race team. It's kind of wild how much stuff we do. I'm in a small town, about 30,000 people, and we do volume that it's just out of, it's wild how much actual volume that we do in our tiny little town here. Okay, so I think this, okay, so this will be the fun part. The clevis pin is going to be going through the top hole, through the spacer, then through the spring. But let's see, is that going to go that way? It's got to go this way. Interesting. I guess it doesn't really matter. Oh, you know what? I bet that's going to go better on that side of the spring so that it can avoid this screw right there. Ooh, okay. Wow. There we go. Okay, this makes sense now. Okay. Let's see here. All right, I'll just grab one of these paddles to test this out. Okay, perfect. All right, so we got that put together. So that spring, gonna go in here, keep it in place. Obviously, as you hit it, should fall out and be good to go. Awesome. I'll throw one more of these on, and then I think I'll finish it up a little bit later. I'll see if I can get one more part of it finished before I've got to take off here. So let's go down. All right. Pin through, spring. Shoop. So yeah, anybody's coming down through Oklahoma, let me know, and we'll go out and have a challenging Sunday or Monday afternoon shootout at the range. All right. Cool. Let's set that off for a bit. And I'll hold my spot there so I can remember where we are coming back to. Oh, that looks like a quick fix. Should have gone ahead and looked at the next page, but let's see. So carriage bolt. We need two of these, and I guess two of these guys. Yep. Okay. This is going to hold the plate that is going to mount this onto onto the rotating bolt system. Let's see here. Get in there. Okay. We're going to be, yep. Alrighty, guys. Well, there we go. Whoops, lost the water bottle. So I'm one of those people that tends to jump into stuff without actually reading the instructions. And if I mess something up, try to go back and fix it later. But so far I'm doing all right. I probably should have at least looked through these pages a little more closely before starting, but I think we're doing okay for not looking at any instructions. Okay, so that pretty much has that side finished. The next side is this guy's going to be the center. That's going to have everything that drops off and bounces around. Hey Dale, what's happening, dude? We are getting this little project accomplished. Okay, so I think I see what's going on here. We've got that pin facing that way. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're going to need 5 of these. And 5 of those. Okay, so this one might be a little tricky. I think the best thing, looking at the instructions, this is where the arms, so this will be the center, and then the arms are going to hang off of it. So I'm thinking best bet's going to be mount the middle plate here, and then we can attach the others. We'll go ahead and throw a nut on that, keep it from moving. There we go. Okay. And this is why I wanted to wear gloves. The finish on steel targets is not a good thing to have all over. Yeah, I'm like covered in brown gunk here. All right, let's kind of center up a little more, and we're gonna go with one arm. Let's see if we can go through here, through there, and there. Okay, that was pretty well in place. And then that one. Well, I'll admit this is not turning out quite as difficult as I was thinking it was going to be, but I think I did see one other thing that I did kind of backwards. I'm going to have to fix on that center that holds the plates. Oh, there we go. Whoop. Okay, I don't know why it is showing to put a bolt in this center hole up here, but there's nothing there. So I don't know what that's all about, but maybe it's just a placeholder. But might as well follow the instructions, and I'll see what comes up later on here. This hardware is only to fill the hole in the center hub. Okay, flip the page and it tells me the answer to that question. All right, what time is it? 12:25. All righty, guys. I think I want to finish this this page right here, and then I'm going to have to head off to the family. Oh yeah, Ron, this is going to be every kind of target you've ever seen before on steroids. Hopefully, anyways. I'm still pretty new at all of this, but ideally, I've got enough stuff to be more challenged than, you know, I rightfully need to be challenging myself with at this point. So this is one of the pivots, and they don't quite tell you what direction. Okay, I guess we're going here. So that's facing down. Luckily, I'm semi-ambidextrous, so I can do some things with either hand. Mainly right dominant, though. Okay. Man, I think this is coming along. Yeah. GGW, this is going to be, if they had a little angle in it, I'm sure it could work quite well as a ceiling fan. As long as you have a good solid roof to mount it on, because this thing is heavy. I think I'm definitely on the right track for doing this in pieces and then taking it out in the components and not trying to assemble the whole thing here, because there's no way I could pick this up. It shipped in 3 boxes. So I want to say this is just about the biggest. Well, no, I guess my Texas Star from Shoot Steel is probably the biggest and heaviest that I've got right now. And then I've got a couple. I got a plate rack. Man, if y'all haven't looked at I did a video after last summer when we got a real bad flood, like a flash flood came through, washed away all the work I had done in 2021 while I was getting into this. And then I went back through there and kind of rebuilt everything and filmed a video showing what it looked like the week after that flood, and what all I did to kind of improve it and try to make it as flood proof as possible. As cool as my range area is, it is in a low spot with that little creek. So when that creek backs up, it really causes some issues. Okay. There we go. Whew. Okay. So let's take a look at this. All right. So that's going to be obviously the center there. Actually, I think when it's set up, it's going to hang down like this. But so say plates are over here on this side and swing are over here. As you hit one of the plates, it's going to start moving like this. And then as you hit more, it's going to start wiggling and jumping all over the place. So definitely going to be interesting. I'll probably have to do a video just showing all the stuff about this. Okay, so next they want this mounted to the center hub, which I'm not going to do. I'm not going to do this until I get it out, because that's going to make for a huge assembly. So I'm going to do this part out at the range, and I may mount that star piece to here. I don't know. I'm going to go through the rest of these instructions and kind of see what all I've got left. But let's see. So if anybody wants to look, so that's kind of what it's going to look like once we get it all finished. And woohoo, woohoo. So good times are coming. So always have several fun things happening out at my spot. Like I said, I've got a family dinner thing. I told them I would try to meet them around 12:30, and it is hitting 12:30 right now. So I'm gonna have to bounce out of here and go do the family lunch for a little while. But I really appreciate you guys all stopping by and saying hi, hanging out and talking over in the chat there. I really, really appreciate it. I'm going to try and do a few more of these. I really don't have time to live stream a lot, so you're not going to see a lot of those from me. But if I got something interesting and I think it might be worth it, I'll try to hop on and do some little live streams. Yeah, Ron, this is definitely going to make for a fun, really cool day at the range. So I'll have this set up hopefully later today and give it a test and see how it all works. But we'll get it finished up here. And like I said, I really appreciate you guys all stopping by and hanging out. Thank you, every single one of you. Y'all don't know how much it means. Like, I'm really happy with the way things are starting to move along here. And I'm really, really appreciative. So thank you to all of you guys. I hope you'll have a great rest of your Sunday and enjoy your weekend. So we'll catch you all later. Bye. Oh, there it goes.